Hi, I'm Craig Meriwether of Arizona Integrative Hypnotherapy. I became a hypnotherapist after being fascinated with the idea that you can give someone a sugar pill, a saline injection, or even perform some fake surgery or give someone a fake treatment, and a certain percentage of those people, through their belief that they will be healed, will get better with a substance that has zero healing capability. Their body's automated healing abilities take over and create the exact chemicals within their own physiology equal to the substance that they think they're taking. That's the placebo effect. So the big question is there a way to tap into the placebo effect and mobilize our inner resources for healing without having to be tricked with fake medicine and procedures? The placebo effect proves we have the capabilities to heal our own bodies. Researchers and scientists have been proving that over and over again for 100 years. So, how does one harness the power of their own belief system? How does one harness the power of their subconscious mind without using a sugar pill? Can you teach a person to relax the mind and body to the point where you can tap into the body's healing response and change their state of being? Yes, and this is where hypnotherapy comes in. Hypnotherapy is designed to illuminate possible patterns of beliefs in your subconscious mind that may be blocking you from health, joy, success, and abundance in your life today, and add positive healing suggestions to program your subconscious mind for success, health, and reaching your full potential. So let's get right down to it. Can hypnotherapy help strengthen your immune system? What does the research say? Well, this was reported in the annual meeting of the American Psychological Association. In a study at Washington State University, two groups of volunteers were used. Group A were given positive healing hypnotic suggestions specifically to boost their immune systems. Group B received only relaxing affirmations, no positive healing hypnotic suggestions. Their levels of T and B cells, their special defense cells, were measured. Those that had received specific hypnotic suggestions showed significant increases in their levels of protective cells. And here's another study. In research published in the Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology, hypnosis and related visualization techniques were shown to actually prevent the weakening of the immune response that often follows periods of acute stress. So medical and dental students who were about to take exams and under tremendous amounts of stress were taught self-hypnosis, so doing hypnotherapy on themselves after some training. In the study, the control group, so the subjects who had not used self-hypnosis as a relaxation technique prior to this stressful event, they showed a 24% decrease in T cell count compared to a 2% increase in the hypnosis group. So their T cells, the T lymphocyte white blood cells that are important to the immune system, actually increased. The investigators found that during exam time, during this huge stressful time for these students, the self-hypnosis students exhibited stronger immune responses compared with the students who did not learn the technique. And amazingly, the more often students practiced the relaxation strategy, the stronger their immune response became. So, and here's one more from the National Institutes for Health. This report evaluated two studies assessing the immunological effects of hypnosis in patients with early stage breast cancer. So first, an experiment that taught hypnotic guided imagery therapy to patients, and then another study that provided participants with home visits and a relaxation technique called autogenic training, which is putting someone in a hypnotic trance state. Both of these investigations demonstrated improvement in depression and increased natural killer cell counts after 2 months of hypnosis treatments. So, what is hypnosis and what is hypnotherapy? So, hypnosis is a natural state of deep relaxation, not unlike meditation or savasana at the end of a yoga class. Hypnosis is simply a state of peaceful awareness, sometimes called a trance, that's achieved through guided relaxation. Another way to define hypnosis is that it is simply a state of relaxed focus. Hypnotherapy is a clinical use of hypnosis for therapeutic benefits. By using guided therapeutic relaxation, hypnotherapy utilizes this natural trance state to create change in a person's life. So hypnotherapy activates your natural healing process, the placebo effect. It mobilizes the subconscious mind to do the healing. The hypnotherapy doesn't do the healing, it's a technique, a tool that activates your own natural healing potential. Now, hypnotherapy teaches a person to relax the mind and body to the point where you can tap into the body's healing response and change their state of being. This methodology then illuminates possible patterns of negative or limiting beliefs in your subconscious mind that may be blocking you from health, joy, success, and abundance in your life today. So, because you're in a heightened state of awareness during this deep relaxation, hypnosis can help you reach your goals, heal past traumas, accelerate healing, control pain, and achieve success in many areas of your life. Another way to define this evidence-based modality is that hypnosis is simply a natural state of relaxed focus. And we all experience this natural trance state several times a day, whether daydreaming or road hypnosis while driving, watching TV, or the peaceful, dreamy feeling we experience as we drift in and out of sleep. By natural, I mean that everyone has a capacity to enter into this relaxed state of awareness called hypnosis. And by using guided therapeutic relaxation, hypnotherapy utilizes this natural trance state to create change and healing in a person's life. Hypnotherapy activates your natural healing process. It mobilizes the subconscious mind, the autonomic nervous system, to do the healing. Hypnotherapy doesn't do the healing. It's a technique that activates your own natural healing potential. So one interesting thing about the subconscious is it doesn't speak in words. Its language is not words. Its language is imagery and dreams, emotions, symptoms, and illness. And what do I mean that the language of the subconscious includes symptoms and illness? So the American Medical Association states that 75 to 90% of all disease and illness is stress related. So maybe 10, 15% of illness can be attributed to virus, bacteria, toxins, genetics, injury. But that means that 75, 80% or so is based on your thoughts. 80% or so of illness, of symptoms, are based on your thoughts and emotions of the circumstances in your life. The language of the subconscious is imagery, dreams, emotion, symptoms, illness. It's like the check engine light that comes on in your car. You don't know what it means, but you can't ignore it. A lot of people put a sticky note over it with a happy face and think that ignoring it, everything's going to go away. And you know that's not going to work. But the subconscious mind is trying to get your attention. But what's also great, we can use imagery. We can use emotions. You can imagine, sense, and feel. You are walking through a beautiful forest out in nature. You can sit by a calm, relaxing, healing stream, and we can use that to talk to the subconscious. We can use imagery not just to relax the body and mind, but also to heal and strengthen the immune system. So if you saw the teaser video I made, you heard about the experiment carried out by Professor Karen Olness at the Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, which is part of the Cleveland Medical Center. And this experiment involved a group of children being shown a puppet show on video. So first the researchers took saliva samples to check their antibody levels. And then they showed them this puppet show video. Now, a puppet show was about the immune system. And some puppets were viruses, and then other puppets were policemen. So I'm sure you can imagine what a children's puppet show featuring policemen and criminal viruses was all about. The policeman puppets chased the viruses around, they fought them, they arrested them, took them away, locked them up. The police puppets won the day over the criminal virus puppets. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. When the video finished, the children were asked to close their eyes, relax, imagine lots of policeman puppets inside their own bodies, looking after their blood, going after viruses, and protecting their bodies. Then once again, saliva samples were taken from each child, and the results showed that their antibody levels had substantially increased. Their immune system had strengthened through thought, relaxation, and imagination. And you can use a similar method to boost your own immunity. Below is another video guiding you through a hypnotherapy process so you can experience what that is like, and also what an online session over Zoom would be like. Now, I want to end with my favorite saying regarding the subconscious mind. You don't choose between a program and no program. You choose between a conscious program and an unconscious program. If you're not consciously working your program, you're being worked by your unconscious program. So whether you're trying to overcome an old problem, habit, or behavior, or simply want to grow to a new level of personal achievement, or increase your health and well-being, hypnotherapy can very possibly help when all else has failed. So if you have any questions regarding hypnotherapy, please send me an email or give me a call and I'd be happy to talk with you. Thanks for watching.